Yeah, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Kenny P, and welcome to another episode of Nerds in the Hood. Yeah, I know I've been pretty MIA these last couple months, but it's been for a good reason. It hasn't been for no reason. I got sick in January and stuff like that, and there was some other things. But let me just get past this intro. There's been a lot of game releases, and there's a lot of some crazy stuff going on with Xbox and Sony and all that, but we'll just get into that. We'll just get into it. Yeah, I'm happy to be back, man. I hope y'all guys are good.
Kaboom, niggas, it's the bomb right here. They know me. You got a little buzz like light beer for light years. Ride the track in ninth gear. How niggas riding mine, they shit rhyming bike gear. Whatever, I'm right here, and I ain't never worried. Metaphor kill mics like Dr. Conrad Murray. Word for word, syllable for syllable. My words serve them early like alphabet cereal.
And how y'all been doing, man? Like, how's been everything? I know I've been going for like 2 months. I don't know if anybody's going to even be listening, but if you are listening, I appreciate you. You've probably been here since day one, and I will always love you. Never, don't even think that nobody don't love you, because I do. Kenny loves you, all right? Just let you know. But yeah, the beginning of the year was tough. Like I don't know, there's like this bug. It was like this bug going around at my workplace and then like other places, like at schools and stuff, because my kids got sick at some point. But I had a mean flu that took me out for like 2 weeks. I had like the residuals of it, like the mucus and all that stuff and the congestion for like a minute, and it was just like blah. Like I didn't even like want to record. Also, like the holidays, the holidays was fun, and I got to even celebrate my birthday, so shout out to me. Yeah. So another year wiser, another year older. So, or it was another year older, another year wiser, whatever the slogan is, right? But recently, I'm just gonna talk about this real quick, because it just recently announced that Sony had laid off 900 employees. It's been a really hectic year for game development in general, or being a game developer. Like, I'm like, dang, what if you want to like jump into that industry and you seeing all these layoffs and stuff like that, especially with these big AAA companies. It's kind of off-putting. I don't know. I'll just test the market, or maybe do smaller projects or things like that. But to lay off thousands of people, because Microsoft wasn't safe either. I think they laid off about 1,500, and it's just been a tough year. Like, just the last 2 months, well, over 3,000 people got laid off, and even in the Embracer group, I think they laid off like 1,300 people while they was buying up studios and stuff like that. So it's been tough. It's been tough out there. But with all that being said, there's been more success. Like, there's been a surprise release. Sooner or later, me and my boy gonna do like a real dive in for this. But there's been, if you've been under a rock, or if you've been throwing rocks, I'm not sure, but if you haven't seen, but Palworld had taken like a huge leap of success. Shout out to that Pocket Pair. That's their company. They've made something very unique, and it's been a very successful project. It's still in early access, so it's still gonna be a lot of patches and stuff made. But I believe the last news I've seen with that, they had about 25 million players at one time. Like they exceeded expectations. I'm sure of it. The developer is sorry that he had to fix the patch, because I believe people was catching the bosses. I didn't even get to catch the bosses. I'm like level 30 in the game. I've been catching pals. I'm trying to get my level up and trying to get my base up. I think I'm gonna work on my third base. I got 2 bases now. One base is for mining. My third base is gonna be like real big home factory kind of thing, like making different stuff, my guns and all that when I get to that point. But you got to work those pals. But hopefully they fix some stuff in that game. Like some of the bugs is crazy. If you hit my Instagram, Nerds in the Hood, shameless plug, put that in there. Go follow that. I have like a glitch video, and it's like I post like different glitches and stuff from that game because it's very unique and it's very funny at times. There was this one glitch with this Todoki. I want to say it's called Todoki. It's like a bird. It's like, it looked like Toucan Sam, but on crack, and it's green. So he throws, like, his eggs is explosive. So he throws eggs and they blow up. And I'm not sure if it's like is that a thing? Like, are they killing their kids? The game gets a little cryptic. Like, like there's a pal that can like rip your skin off with his bare hands. Like it could just rip your skin off, like literally peel you like an onion like this. And it's like, it's been described that way in the actual PAL deck. Like that's intense. I mean, can't say like, I remember what Gen 1 Pokemon, I don't know if I'm showing my age, but I remember with Drowsy would eat your thoughts or something like that. He would eat your dreams, which is jarring. Like, imagine you dreaming and it just starts fading away because a little brown thing with mud on his butt is like eating your dreams. It's insane. Like the things that they thought about. But you can see like those come from like, you know, Shin Megami Tensei, like back in that day, because that's where Pokemon kind of derived from. So they all owe Atlas a check. Pocket Pairs should throw Atlas a little check real quick, you know what I'm saying? Just because, like, without them, none of this would be possible. But Palworld it was an amazing release. I talked about it before. Me and my boys talked about it in our old podcast and the one here. You can check out the old episodes with it's Kenny Powers. But I have mentioned Palworld. I've mentioned Palworld a few times, and I was waiting for its release. I just didn't think, like let me be honest. Like, I didn't think that it was gonna be this much of a success. I thought it was gonna be okay, maybe, a few million in like the first few months. These guys got like 7 million in like 2 days. Like that's they broke this, like, one of the Steam records. They're like the top 3. Like, they up there with Minecraft and all. Like, they up there with big names. You know what I'm saying? Like, put some respect on Palworld. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know, it's like I can't explain it. It is a open world survival game based building with monster catching elements, which those monsters can work for you as, like, you can use those pals per se, those pals to help you with making stuff, cooking things, building things, like, basically a sweat factory. You have slaves. It's basically slaves. They turn Pokemon into slaves. Like, let's just call it what it is. You capture these things. You can even capture humans. So they say you shouldn't do that. But like what? I think an interesting mechanic they could have had with the humans is that even though you capture them, they still have some form of free will. So, like, not just like they'll stay by your base, but like they'll try to run away. Like, it'll make sense for them to try to run away. But if they run away, you could just, since they're tied to the ball, I guess technologically, I don't know, because you get tech points. So I'm guessing this is all science. So it's probably geared to its DNA, and you can summon him back, and like he'll just come right back to the ball. Like that sucks. Like, imagine being trapped in a ball sitting in there. I used to think like the Pokeball was like a lavish place. Like, I never really thought like they like in a ball just sitting there. Like, are they just like they just sitting there, right? There's no dream world where they're like in some kind of like, their own little world, like where they like running around and stuff like that inside the Pokeball. Like, there's like an infinite reality in there or something. But I'm hoping that's what it is with Palworld, like especially the ones that come with me. Because I leave some at the base, clearly, because it's base builders, and then you got to manage a bunch of different things. And when you see, like, when your power gets hurt and stuff like that, you have to go ahead and like heal him, or put them to bed, or make sure they're getting rest, or make sure they're getting food. They can manage their own food, which is dope. I think that's like really dope that they could do that. But I like the game, but it got so much hype that Nintendo started looking at it. And I mean, there was a guy that made a mod with Ash and other Pokemon, which was kind of messed up. And then he was charging people. And I think that's what was the real issue, is that he was charging people. And Nintendo kind of came down on him and sued him or whatever. But they can't come at Palworld because technically Pokemon or Nintendo, the Pokemon company don't own or don't patent, like there's no patent for monster catching. Like that's an idea. And I'm glad nobody patent that, because that'd be kind of corny. We wouldn't have like Persona games and stuff like that. I mean, it's still negotiation, but it's a form of capturing, demons or like, personas, etc. So I think that would affect like other games, and so I'm happy that didn't happen. But they did throw a spin on it. I told you it's like slaves. It's slavery, man. So like they are they put that was the spin. That's the whole thing there. Like it's Pokemon, but with slavery and with guns. Like, what if a Pokemon had a gun, had an AK? What if you had an AK? Oh, also forgot to add, like, there's action RPG elements, there's slight RPG elements with like tech points, and you put invest points inside your character. So kind of a little like Souls. There is a dodge roll and a stamina meter. Like it's Souls like with that, I guess. And every move does require stamina unless you're using like a crossbow or something like that. I'm pretty sure a machine gun doesn't require stamina to shoot, but you can also cheat that with like a pal that can ride the top of your head and start shooting guns and shit. It's a really interesting game. I'm glad for the success because it put Pokemon and Game Freak, like y'all make too much money to not come up with like innovative ideas. This is like a AA company. I would even say it might be a single A company. Now they transformed into a AA. Damn near they making AAA money though. I say that, but they just innovated just a little bit. Like I remember when we had Legend of Arceus, and to me honestly that shit was whack. Like it wasn't that good. I didn't even finish it. I didn't like the boss battles. With the throwing rocks. Like what? Are you kidding me? We're throwing rocks at what? We're throwing rocks and weakening them. I believe it was like that. I haven't played the game in a minute, so don't crucify me with that. But just like it was very boring. I remember the frames was horrible. Onyx used to be doing a moonwalk, staggering. Like it was lagging crazy. The character models are boring. I don't like Pokemon character models. They get boring. And there's no voice acting. Like it's kind of like Palworld. Not only the pals have voices, but your character has a voice. At least he grunts, sleeps, whatever. You hear him. Even the other characters, the other NPCs that you interact with, they do stuff, make sounds. But it's just weird that like Pokemon, like a multi-billion-dollar product, can't even like muster up enough money to just get some voice acting. I was hoping like Sword and Shield would have some voice acting. I was also hoping that the last one, Scarlet Red and Violet Purple or Purple whatever, but I was hoping they had some voice acting, but they don't. You got Pokemons that could turn into cars and motorcycles and shit, but you don't got no voice acting. And now they're talking about, we might do some remake shit. Now there's like some rumor out there that they're gonna do some remake, and I'm just like, okay. I mean, if you're gonna remake it, at least remake it. Don't remaster it. Remake it. Do something different. Like put voices in it. I would be like, holy shit. Y'all put voice in it. Y'all gonna charge us $69.99 for just probably an updated patch. And it better not be designed by AI either. Like, cause it better not be like GTA. Cause GTA was done by AI and that shit was horrible. And I'm sorry if you hear some sounds in the back. I live in a city. That's just how things are out here. People get hurt, But yeah, back to the convo. I just hope that Game Freak kind of, take it to the next level because they can do it. They have the resources to. I haven't heard them, shake up anything in terms of like losing employees or laying off employees. So yeah, I got like 400 artists. Just figure it out. Make it look nice. Put some voices in it. Put some different gameplay in it. Probably make it different. Like it's Pokemon, but make it different. Like, don't let Palworld outshine you like this. Don't let Pocket Pair pull up and be like, well, this is how it's supposed to go. But Nintendo also had a Nintendo Direct. I'm not a big Nintendo fan because I don't really like the philosophy they die hard on. But I mean, they do create good games regardless. But they finally moving SMT5 to the PlayStation, and it's gonna be SMT5 Vengeance. And I'm probably not gonna get it on the PlayStation. I put a lot of hours into it. I damn near finished the game on the Switch, so I don't like double dipping. Like, if I was double dipping, I would have played Monster Hunter Rise on the Xbox with the better frame rate and all that. If I had known it was coming out, I would have never bought Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch. I was just waiting for that. But I put so much hours into the Switch, damn near 100, maybe more than that, and it's just it's too much. That's like me going from Monster Hunter World on the P4 to the Xbox, and like I give up damn near 1,000 hours from P5 jumping to the Xbox. Like, nah, man, I got everything on the P5. I killed everything. The only thing is I'm missing some gold crowns. That's it. Maybe I might return to it. I don't know. They had like a little resurgence, but we'll see about that. I think I might do that. Probably show off some of my fits and shit like that. But yo, I've also been busy with P3, Persona 3 Reloaded. That's been a very, very fun release. I really like that game. That game, it looks good. I was playing P3 Portable when it was on the Game Pass for a bit. I didn't really like the mouse clicking stuff. The story was good. I like the way they summon their personas. They shoot themselves in the head. It's really dark, really cool, real edgy, edgy lord kind of thing. But the graphics look amazing. The world looks pretty. The colors pop. Unreal Engine 5 really does like a really good job with lighting and how it presents lighting too. So a lot of it, even the shadows and things like that, is really detailed and stuff like. And I was about to say stuff like that. I didn't want to say that again. But that game is definitely good. I love the intro, the full moon song, the music. The music is delicious. It's amazing. I love it. There's a lot of new tracks in it too. It's Going Down's my shit. What's the other one? Color Your Night. Oh my god, Color Your Night is like, I actually listen to that in my car. Like, it's so smooth. It's just, you gotta chill. Atlas gotta chill. I don't know the way they get this flavor and this smoothness. The game has a lot of pizzazz. Like, the presentation is really nice. Like, I've always said Atlas presentation is top notch. Like, the menu itself, go follow my Instagram. The menu itself, because on my Instagram I have a video of just the menu, just going through the menu, because the menu is just so cool. It's just like the way it's designed and stuff. It's just like, and it's not like, like, it's not, I can explain. It's like, it's not too much. It's smooth enough. You can see everything. You understand everything. And it's just smooth. They really put a lot of love into this remake. This is not a remaster. This is a remake. So this is reloaded, baby. They reloaded Persona 3 again. I don't know if they'll do like P4 in the same like, art style with Unreal. I don't think so. I think they might leave P4 as it is. P5 is not being touched anymore, but they definitely gonna leave P4 probably as it is. But if they do come out with a P4 version, I'm definitely gonna cop that, because if it's like a P4 Reloaded 2 or something, but the art style is just amazing. I know people who's been mad about them omitting some stuff like Fez or The Answer, what it's called. I never played that, so I don't know how great those stories are. So I'm waiting for those DLCs, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring out those DLCs because they already announced that they got over 1 million sales. So I expect like some DLC. The Answer probably will be coming out. So I mean, I'm gonna cop that. Like this, I'm gonna get it. I support Alice. Alice is cool. I love Alice since I started this Persona journey and stuff like that, and playing Digital Devil Saga. And I was like, yo, these games are crazy. I can't even believe that I missed out on these things when they first came out. And sometimes it be like that. Just like I love Dark Souls now, and I had missed out on that when the first release, but definitely played through all those games and understand what From Software is doing. And speaking about Dark Souls, I know you guys saw that Elden Ring DLC trailer. Oh my god. Is his name Mesmer? I don't know if his name is Mesmer. These niggas got karate in Elden Ring. Nah, I seen that. Niggas did what you call it, a hurricane kick. Like, get out of here. I seen you. I saw you. We about to be Rock Lee. You can make a Rock Lee build now. Like, not even just with fists. Now you can mix it up with the feet. So that's cool. Like, Elden Ring is one of those generational games. Like, I don't think, because what's crazy is that SMT 5 Vengeance is coming out the 21st of June, and Elden Ring DLC is coming out the 20th of June. I remember I seen that 21st. I was like, wait, is it Elden Ring around that time? And I don't know if Alice has, like, you know, some plans behind her back, like, yo, we're gonna be alright, but I know everybody and their mother gonna get that Elden Ring DLC. There's people playing the game right now, like, getting their character ready for DLC, like a DLC character. Like, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go through New Game Plus and get everything I need and then jump into the DLC. It's been reported though that the game gonna have a different type of progression in the DLC. Like, I think they're gonna add a stat that you need to get, or you need to level up, because they said you can't just, I guess they don't want us to steamroll. They said it's gonna be like a Sekiro kind of progression, which is okay. I guess I didn't get to finish Sekiro, but that's on me, being, I guess that's my skill. I got as far as I can possibly get. Maybe I might revisit it, but that game was tough for me. That was tough. That rhythm was tough to get in the rhythm. And it's funny because it's not like I can't dance, so I don't know why I couldn't get the rhythm, but that's here nor there. But with the Elden Ring DLC, the world looks good. They said that it's the size of Limgrave, so I'm thinking it's Limgrave and also whatever's underneath Limgrave. I think that's how we should look at it, rather than just seeing like, oh, it's just Limgrave. It's not that big of a map. I believe it is that big of a map, and there's gonna be a lot of secrets, because they said there's 10 main bosses, so that's not even accounting the field bosses or bosses that be in dungeons or secret areas and things like that. I'm pretty sure they have some super weapons somewhere that you have to do some convoluted steps, you know, like they usually do. Throw out 10 jars, summon 6 cats, eat 10 legs of chickens and shit like that, and then go to a room, take a shit on a scale, let it weigh itself, and then it opens a door. Then you go through some puzzles and some platform, and then you get your super mega awesome mace. not a sword, a mace. So, but that mace does mad damage, comes with bleed 79. Every 2 seconds hit, there's a bleed proc, and also comes with frost, so it freezes the enemy while bleeding them. So it's just super broken. You deserve it, because you had to do all that stuff to get the Elden Ring ultimate weapon, and it makes sense to me. I don't know. I think that works. I think I think it works. But I'm really excited for the DLC. I think it's gonna be very, I don't know, it's just gonna be good, man. That's all I gotta say. What else is there to be said? Elden Ring was great. I put a lot of hours into it, so I can't wait to put a lot of hours into the DLC. But before that even comes out, because this year's been stacked. I didn't even get Infinite Wealth. I need to get that. I want to get that. I hope you guys like that. If y'all got that, I hope y'all liked it. I need to get it soon enough. I'm gonna get it, but I'll probably play FF7 Rebirth. I might play Rebirth first before I get into that, and I have a little secret, but don't beat me, okay? All right, don't beat me. I'm in the last chapter of Remake. Should I finish this last chapter of Remake and done start Rebirth, or should I just start Rebirth and leave the Remake alone? I don't know. Is it like, I wonder if there's like special, like, you know, back in the day you used to get special things if you had the old save file and they know that you completed the game or someone completed the story. You'd be able to get some special items and things like that. I wonder if that happens, I'll be like, I probably would play it. But if not, I'll just go into Rebirth, because that's actually what the game I actually wanted to kind of play. Like when they go outside. And I was kind of mad that we stuck in, the first one was just stuck in Midgard basically, but it was still pretty. It was still a very good looking game, and Rebirth looks really good, and I just want to see Red 13 on top of a chocobo. Like, that's it. Like, is that so hard? Is that so hard to like ask for? Because when I saw him on the chocobo, I fell in love. I was like, this is amazing. That is hilarious. Red 13 is a laboratory dog, whatever, dog chimera hybrid, whatever he is, space dog. I don't know. I forgot what he is, but he's a dog. He's bipedal. He's not bipedal, quadrupedal. He walks on 4 legs, and the fact that he can ride a chocobo and have his his hind legs on the back, and then he has his front legs holding the rope to control the chocobo is hilarious. That is a dog on top of a bird. Let me say it again. That is a dog on top of a bird. I think that is hilarious. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I'm just weird. I'm weird. I mean, I'm here alone talking into a mic, a little weird, but well, yeah. So I'm just saying that I fell in love. It's like when Elden Ring, when I saw the dragon throw a lightning bolt, I was like, okay, I want this. I want this in my life. Like, I need this. I was waiting for this thing to drop, and it didn't disappoint. I enjoyed the shot of it. And so when I get Rebirth, I'm going to enjoy the shot of that too. So I can't wait for that to drop. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's, solid. I'm watched some gameplay. I'm not trying to spoil myself too much. Not like I did the remake a bit, because I spoiled myself for the ending and I got mad and I didn't want to play. So I'm not going to do that to Rebirth. I'm going to just play the game. Hopefully it's better than 16. 16 divided a lot of people, but I didn't really like 16 like that. Too much cutscenes. The DMC combat was cool. Very flashy, a lot of particles. Very, very, very cool. Like, you get to do the cool stuff. You know what I mean? You get to throw the dragon spear. You get to make lightning and fire and all that shit, and brimstone, thunder, all that stuff. But like the cutscenes, oh god, there's so much cutscenes, and the quest designs was kind of boring. The side quests are boring. Even the rewards are kind of but you have to do it so you get the the best stuff. But it's here nor there. Rebirth does have a mechanic I don't like and I'm not a fan of, and you fucking with Far Cry with that shit, with the tower where you have to climb a tower, or even Forbidden West, they do that when you have to climb that tower dinosaur, and it opens up spots, key locations and stuff on the map, which is kind of like, oh, okay, so you can't just explore and see the map. I mean, you can, but like you have to do that to unlock certain things, to see certain treasures and probably dungeons and stuff. So I mean that's all right, but at least we outside. Not make good no more. Hopefully we return, because you have to return at some point. But let's see how this game is. I wonder how far the story is gonna go. I'm like I said, I'm not spoiling myself, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And then right after that, I'm definitely going to get Dragon Dogma 2. You think I wasn't playing? Listen, I remember I spoke about this too. I spoke about this before. Y'all heard this here before. Like, I told you, I even put it on my IG, go follow Nerds in the Hood. I even put on there, I was like, oh, they announced Dragon Dogma 2 on a t-shirt. I was like, wow, y'all gonna just announce this amazing game franchise on a t-shirt? Really, Capcom? This is how you be? This is why Street Fighter 6 isn't compared to Tekken, and that's why Tekken is better than Street Fighter 6. Bah. Oh well. I feel like somebody's like, get the fuck out of here. I ain't listening to this guy. Click. But that's cool. Whatever. That's what I think. I think Tekken's better than Street Fighter. But Dragon Dogma 2, I was about to say Dragon Dogma 6, but Dragon Dogma 2 has looked really good. All the classes look good. Mage, sorcerer, warrior, knight, rogue / thief, scout or whatever, and archer. And then you got the advanced classes. They didn't really show much of that, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more classes. They have this hybrid class that can use all the weapons, which is cool. I forgot what it's called. Was it Wayfinder? I'm not Wayfarer. I'm probably wrong or butchering. I forgot what that class was called, but it can use all the weapons. I mean, mix it up. There's also a trickster class. The trickster class, yeah. There's that class uses fog and smoke to trick your enemies to do stuff like, fall off cliffs, or you can also buff your teammates. You're more of a support role, but also like you could cause damage with the environment. So it's very cool. It's a very cool class that uses the environment because they want to I'm pretty sure they want to, like, you know, have the player use the environment around them to, you know, do things, because that's what made part one so special, because you was able to, like, you know, use the environment, like I just said, use the environment to your advantage. You could throw trolls off of cliffs and have bosses go into fires and things. It was just very interesting, very deep quest line, and the fact that you had to walk everywhere, that made the game even more challenging, because like I said, you had to walk everywhere, and it was very, like, fast travel was around, but it was very scarce. It was a limited resource, but the story was very good. The ending was different. The first one is that you basically fight yourself, you meet yourself, so go check that out. It's on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. But part two, let's see. I want to see how to end it with this. It's still kind of the same story with the Arisen. I like the fact that they call you Arisen whenever you pull out. Now, Arisen. Oh, how are you doing, Arisen? Oh, what day is it, Arisen? Do you need a spell, Arisen? Heal, Arisen. You need to get up, Arisen. Arisen is cool. I like that. That moniker, that nickname. That's a cool name. But the game looks fantastic. Like the story beats look good. The boss battles. The guy was talking about 20-minute boss battles seems correct. The Griffin looks nice. The stuff that they showed is very interesting and looks great. I can't wait to get into it. I know it's coming out in March, coming out next month, because I'm recording February. But definitely interested, definitely excited, and I hope that they have a very successful launch. I hope no real bugs, no issues like that, no game breaking stuff, which for a solid game, I think that team does really well with their game. And Dragon Dogma 1 should have had way more, like, love in the beginning, but, you know, I think the release date came out during some other time. I think something else was out, but I'm glad that they got their flowers, because that game is definitely good. And go play it if you got PlayStation Extra. So it'd be on sale a lot too. It'd be like $5-6 sometimes. I think no, it'd be like $20, maybe less than that on like Xbox and stuff. But it's on PlayStation Extra. I played a little bit of it. I was like, yeah, I can't get back into it. I put too many hours on my 360 when it first came out. I was like, I can't. I've done too much. I know too much, and it's just not fair. It's just like, I played it a little bit. I was like, oh, this is what you gotta do. I was like, I exploited some stuff already. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm like, nah, I'll play this another time. I went back to Earth Defense Force 5. Can't wait for 6 to finally get its localization, because EDF 5 is great. This is definitely a great game. I've been playing that a lot, and I just, like, you know, like with my boys and stuff like that. But even without them, like, even on like I enjoy, even though, like, I play by myself. So I do want to talk about one more thing, and that's 2K's terms of service policy that they just dropped, because I remember seeing that and I was like, wow, 2K really have the nerve of basically saying that they own your whole virtual life. Right? Like, if you have to agree to this terms, or you're not able to play the game, but you can also send them like a letter of disagreement, so you don't opt into that stuff, which is painfully unnecessary. For what? And just because for them to say that they have the right to delete your character, and you don't have the right to sue them. Now, I don't know why people want to still support this game. Some people put in a lot of money. There was a video of this guy putting $7,000 and not even getting the car that he wanted in my team. What's the purpose of that? He was a YouTuber, so he could do that. But it's like, what's the purpose of doing that? And like, it's a gambling addiction. Like, that's what it is. And they need to change the ESRB. The ESRB says E for everyone, which I think 2K or Take-Two is paying some of them, because you clearly can see. You can see that there's gambling in the game. Even with FIFA and all these, like, these things with like loot boxes and having to get something from a percentage, it's like too much. Like, to me, it's too much. Like, if there's like some form of auction house within the game points, not where like you have to spend money to get like some form of virtual currency. I always had a problem with that shit being called virtual currency. It just makes me like feel like old, because it makes me miss like the old 2K. Because I used to play 2K heavy. I remember I started 2K in 2K3. I started playing 2K in 2002. I'm just saying, like, I went through it all. 2K3, 2K5 with Ben Wallace on the cover, 2K8 with Chris Paul, 2K7, well, 2K7 had Shaq, but 2K8 had Chris Paul, 2K9 had Kevin Garnett, 2K10 had Kobe. That was the first Kobe edition with the 2K inside. 2K11 was that Jordan challenge. 2K12 was we're playing basketball. It was that one, the greatest intro ever. 2K13 was pretty good, and 2K14 with the leap in terms of graphics and fidelity, like, and that was supposed to be like the best one. One in my eyes, it kind of was the best one. I think that was also the first time they brought out Park. Before, they had like just my team or team up matches where you would just take a character and team up with other people, and they would you just team up in games and play games in the park or whatever, or in the or a basketball court, whichever. But 2K used to do a lot. It just, I don't know. I think it's just greed at this point. Take-Two makes GTA 5 like makes a lot of money. Like, I don't know why they don't like use the certain resources they have to kind of improve the gameplay, not just the gameplay, but just the overall game economy, or like the environment itself. Like, you don't have to like put people in a gambling addiction to make your game successful. Like, you don't have to do that. And I really disagree with the 2K terms of service. I'm not playing the game next year. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not sending them a letter. I'm not sending a game company a letter about a disagreement when their terms of service is ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. I know other terms of service you could do the same thing, because legally you have to do that, but at the same time, why do that? Because you're telling me that I already know I don't own the digital content that I'm already buying. Now you're telling me I don't even own the character in the game. Like, that character is not mine. And if you feel like you need to delete it, you could delete it on your own volition. You can get rid of my points on your own volition, and I don't have any say to sue you. What is the purpose of putting that in the game unless you're about to do something wild, crazy? Maybe you're about to put some next stuff in there in the next one, or something different. It's just going to be something different that's going to affect the consumer to the point where they got to take a step back and be like, all right, we can't really mess with 2K. Like, that's a little too much, but vote with your wallet. That's all I can say. Consumers make and break the world. These people can't survive without your dollar. So, if you don't agree with the terms of service, don't even get into that. Just take that shit, take it out. Just fuck it. Be like, nah, I ain't messing with it. I ain't messing with it. But yeah, so I hope, I don't know, 2K needs competition. That's what it is. Hopefully in the next couple years we might see a new like sports games. I miss playing sports games. Like, Madden and 2K got this shit locked up, and it's kind of like we need an NBA Live or NBA Street or NBA Park or NBA House. I don't know, NBA, I don't know, something. NBA not 3K, because they could probably, I don't know, NBA The Life again. Remember when Sony had the NBA The Life? There was so much competition out there. It was like, it made people, that's what makes games great. That's why you see so much, like the stuff for RPGs, and you see like all these open world stuff. There's so much competition that it allows these developers to take the next step or take that next leap, or at least try something more innovative. I see more innovation in open world and also like platformers, because you compete with Nintendo. Like, at the end of the day, like, most of those platformers are competing with Nintendo, and Nintendo hold that down. Like, they master that. They know how to make platformers fun. Super Mario Maker makes people go crazy. Say, like, crazy people get to make the most wildest stages and running, and people makes videos on it, and I just be like, I'd be like surprised. I'd be like, wow. Like, they like, how are you doing that? Like, then they show their fingers, and I'm like, what? Some people use the claw. Don't use the claw. You're gonna get arthritis early. Don't be using the claw. But if you gotta use the claw, screw it. Use the claw. But it's intense. But competition is good in every industry. Like, you need that, because it breeds innovation. 2K and Madden, that shit, it's pretty much the same game every year. It's a huge update. They can make a free game and just add updates every year for that if they want to do that. They can charge people that way. I'll hold them more accountable. Not accountable. I'll have more respect for them if they did it that way. But they probably won't. And that's just how Take-Two is. They just do what they want. They get money. I mean, that CEO pays himself very well. But anyway, stay tuned for the next episode. Me and my boy are gonna take a deep dive into Palworld, some other stuff. I hope you guys really I hope you guys been really well. Thanks for listening. Make sure, I hope you guys, complete the goals you've been completing these last 2 months and stuff like that. Take care of your mental health and all that. And, remember to wash your ass and take care of yourself. And peace.